I want to welcome everybody to the 2016 RE/MAX Ultimate Top Producer Awards dinner. And I want to do a little exercise, if everybody can pay attention for a second. I want everybody to look around the table at the people that you're sitting with, and I'd like you to take a minute and congratulate them. This is the Top Producer Awards. You should all be very proud of yourselves. How was dinner? As always, I want to thank Tim and Mary for putting on such an amazing event. Everybody ready to come and say cheese? You got all the food stuck out of your teeth and use Crest whitening strips and all that fun stuff. We're going to have a few people come up and speak. The first gentleman needs no introduction. He's the Executive Vice President and Regional Director of RE/MAX Integra, Mr. Gurinder Sandhu. Let's give him a big round of applause.
Oh geez, good evening everybody. How are you tonight? I thought Tim was going to go first. I was still trying to figure out what to say. So, I love coming to RE/MAX Ultimate because you guys really know how to party. Wow. But these are the award ceremonies for RE/MAX Ultimate, and I got to tell you, this is a gathering of the best of the best. RE/MAX is the best real estate company in the world, and you as award winners, you're the best of the best. That's incredible. Just a week and a half ago, there was, anybody watch the All-Star games? That's the best of the NBA, right? And I gotta tell you, what I see on display there, did you watch the slam dunk competitions there? There was a guy by the name of Aaron Gordon who took the ball that was on the top of a head of a mascot, jumped over his head while hovering over his head, took the basketball underneath his legs and slammed it into a basketball net. I mean, the amount of athleticism, that's what the top 1% operate at. And while I was watching that, I couldn't help myself, but I thought, our realtors are jumping over hurdles each and every single day with the same level of finesse that I saw Gordon do. That's what you do each and every single day. And don't forget it. So tonight, we're gathered here tonight to celebrate the success that comes from world-class service, unwavering commitment and determination to your craft, and negotiation skills that don't exist in the rest of the industry. That's what we're here to celebrate today. And so I raise my glass. If I had a glass here, I would raise my glass to each and every single one of you. Congratulate you. There we go. Hey, I'm trading in a shot glass for a wine glass. That's fantastic. So congratulations, every single one of you. I drink to you. With success comes responsibility. Can I give you some responsibilities? I've got 3 of them for you tonight. And with extreme success that you guys are celebrating tonight becomes a responsibility. And the first responsibility that I'm going to challenge you with this evening is a responsibility to this industry that has given you so much. You guys all have made an incredible living out of this business. I was just speaking to Joe. Where's Joe? Where's Joe? He's been in the industry for... Joe, my buddy Joe. Joe's been in this industry for over 2 decades. He's made an incredible living out of this. Each one of you had. And with this, I think you have a responsibility. The first responsibility I'm going to give you is to give back to the industry. We have a lot of, it's great to see some young faces here. We've got millennials joining our organization, but let me tell you, this is a difficult business. And when you've been in the business for if you can survive 20 years in this business, you've cracked the code. And so your responsibility that I'm going to challenge you with is help the younger generation, or not even the younger generation, the people that are entering our industry for the first time. Help them, because your mentorship means a lot, and we can raise the professionalism in our industry. Doesn't our industry require a little bit of raising of professionalism? So that's your first responsibility as award winners. The second responsibility that you have is to yourself, to your families. You help people each and every single day with this dream of home ownership. You know, whether they're selling a home, they're moving into a better home, that's their next dream. You help people with their dreams. And so the responsibility, the second one I'm going to give you, is a responsibility to you, to your families. You know, 2015 was last year. We're going to take pictures for that. You guys are all going to get awards. It's 2016 today. What are you going to do this year? How many of you set your goals for 2016? Woo! That's fantastic. It's a great number of you. I'm going to just highlight why you need to. How many of you have written down your goals? Okay, so in 1950, there was a Harvard study where they followed people who graduated that year, and they documented who wrote their goals down. 3% of the people wrote their goals down. 3%. They looked at those people 30 years later, in 1980. The 3% that had written goals had the same net worth as the other 97% put together. So those of you who have goals and haven't written it down, I encourage you to write them down. And when you set those goals, make sure that they're bigger than last year. How many of you have set goals that are bigger and better than last year? It doesn't matter if they're 10%, 15%, 20%. Make them bigger than last year, because you owe that to yourself. You owe that to your family. You owe that to the dreams that you guys are reaching. You're helping people with their dreams, so help yourself reach your dreams. You're up for that challenge? That's number 2. Now, number 3 is a little personal for me. I had the good fortune of touring through Sick Kids Hospital in December. I read to a number of the kids, and I strolled through the hallways, and I saw kids that had been in Sick Kids for 6 years. And when I looked into the eyes of these children, I didn't see weakness. I saw strength. I saw determination. I saw commitment to getting better. What I saw in the eyes of those kids were the qualities that are going to become the future leaders of this country of ours. And so the third responsibility I'm going to leave with each and every single one of you is that you all make an incredible living from the communities that you serve. So it only makes sense that you give back to those communities. And so our charity of choice at REMAX, as you know, CMN, Children's Miracle Network, and Sick Kids is the benefactor for the GTA. We also help out Cancer Foundation. But let me talk about Sick Kids. So last year we raised $1.2 million. That's a lot of money, isn't it? That's a lot of money. And but it's not enough. When somebody has to stay in a hospital for 6 years and they're 6 years old, we need to raise more money. So I'm on a personal challenge in 2016. It's hashtag double it for CMN. And what the challenge is that if you're giving $20 per deal, or $100 per deal, I'm going to challenge you to raise that, double it to $40 if you're doing 20, $200 if you're doing 100. Why is that? Because next year I want to come here and say we raised $2.4 million for CMN. Can you imagine how many more lives we could impact with that? So the third responsibility I'm going to leave with you is that you owe it to the communities that have given you so much to give back to those communities. So if you're with me, I've doubled my contribution for 2016, and I hope that you will double yours. And with success comes responsibility. I've given you 3, and hopefully you'll take me up on 1 or 2 of them. But tonight is a time for celebration. I celebrate each and every single one of your success, but I want to raise a glass right now, is that none of you can do this alone. You either have your spouse or your partner or a team member or somebody at the office or your broker, this fine, look at this sharp-dressed broker you have over here. So each one of us has somebody that has brought us here today, somebody that supports us. So let's raise a glass to them, whether it's your partner or your spouse or your team member. Here, here. And all the best to each and every single one of you in 2016. Thank you very much.
That was unbelievable, Gurinder. I just can't thank you enough for those wonderful words. I actually have a speech that I've written down on a little piece of paper here, but I don't think I really need it after that one. I just want to say a few words, and it's unbelievable how it's almost like we talked to each other before we actually came up on stage. I have a word here in leadership. And before I go on, I want to talk about leadership. I want to thank both Mark and Rose for always taking the call and making such a difference to your careers each and every single day. Can we please put our hands together for those two individuals? The marquee outside actually says the RE/MAX Ultimate Best Realtor Awards Leaders in Real Estate. And we have Gurinder today talking about leadership. I actually wrote down 3 quotes that define leadership in my eyes. There are many quotes, but these 3 jumped out at me. Number 1, the most powerful leadership is your own personal example. That was a quote that really moved me a great deal. The other one is, leadership cannot be given. It must be earned. It cannot be taken away. You lose it by lack of performance. And the third one is, great leaders don't set out to be a leader. They set out to make a difference. It's never about the role. It's always about the goal. It's right in line with what Gurinder shared with us today. I am extremely proud to have an office surrounded by such professionals and examples. Earlier this week, I had a meeting with a gentleman having a coffee, and it made me reminisce about an earlier time as a broker owner. And the broker owner that I met with once said, if you're ever able to be introduced, to be in a public environment where you're actually with somebody, are you proud to introduce the person beside you? And that is the rule that you should always have before hiring somebody in your brokerage. I want to say that I am absolutely humbled and blessed to be surrounded by each and every single one of you, every single day. We are a miracle office. We've raised over $500,000 at RE/MAX Ultimate for sick kids. And we can do more. And we should do more, because we're paid very well. Collectively in this room, we have some of the most financially well-to-do people in the industry. And the pictures can prove that. I am proud of you, and I also put that challenge out for 2016 to do more for our communities, because they deserve more. It's up to us to be leaders in the industry. And I'm going to ask you to show that leadership as I explained down here. I want to raise a glass to you. I want to thank you for being part of RE/MAX Ultimate, because you could be part of any RE/MAX office or any other office for that matter. But you chose to be part of RE/MAX Ultimate, and I'm proud of that, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Both Mary and I both thank you. And I wish you nothing but the utmost success and health and happiness for 2016 and beyond. Thank you.